Hi, I'm Jeff Byers, your instructor for this course. This is Module 1, and our assignment tutorial video this week will be to create leg joints with an IK inverse kinematics system. We will also create a reverse foot setup and add foot roll using set-driven key attributes. This week's tutorial series will be broken up into 4 parts. The videos are purposefully lined up, so please watch them in succession. Please feel free to pause the video at any time so you can work alongside the video. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, I'll be referencing Animation Methods Rigging Made Easy. Specifically, we will be looking at pages 86, 89, 91, 92, and 93. So please use this book. Go ahead and open it up right now, and we'll start. Okay. One of the biggest reasons why I want you to reference these pages, especially 86 right now, we're going to work on creating joints for the legs. Okay. To prep this, we need to make sure that the character is in feet. So you'll need to scale up the character in feet. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's 5 foot 5 inches tall, or 5 foot 6 inches tall. To do that, you'll have to go into your attributes, the little guy running away from a gear in the lower right hand corner. Click on that and you should be able to open this up. And what we want to do is click under category settings and click on, it is set up for centimeter, but we want to set it up for foot. Click on save. Okay, and this will basically set it up. And if your character is really small, you'll have to select everything and combine it together. You'll have to combine it, so you'll have to select this guy right here, combine everything, all the pieces together, and you'll have to center pivot, delete by type history, and freeze transformations, and then scale it up to the scale you need. And then you'll need to delete by type history and freeze transformations. You'll have to select the object, and you'll have to separate all the pieces again. When you do that, you separate all the pieces, then you'll need to center pivot, you'll have to delete by type history, and freeze transformations one last time. Okay? Now, if you can still do this, the problem is that if you delete by type history and you have blend shapes and you have not scaled your character up, you delete by type history and you will delete all of the blend shapes. Just be aware of that. Okay? You can still do this at a very small stage. You can still rig something in centimeters, but your rig will look different. You'll have to probably scale the joints down. And if you need to scale joints down, you'll have to select the joints and go into the settings preferences and go to kinematics, and you'll have to scale this to get the scale that you need. Okay, you'll have to scale those down. Alright, so that's basically the setup we need. This is where I'm at here. There's no joints in here. I've got a couple ghost joints in here that I can turn off and on, and these ghost joints just kind of help me with the video to make sure I get the placement correct. Okay, so these are the joints that we're going to be creating today, and we're going to create an IK system for these joints. Again, this is going to be a 4-part series. We'll get the inverse kinematics set up first, and we'll show you that. And then the other videos will basically be a reverse foot setup. Okay, and that's an older video I've already set up. It should still be good. Just to kind of point out, the reverse video, or the reverse foot in the book leaves out a couple key points, and it is not as well written as it should have been. So that's why I created these videos for you. Okay. Alright, let's get started. To create the leg joints, and as stated earlier, we need to actually go into the side view. So there's a couple more things we need to do with the viewports. So in the perspective viewport, I want you to go to shading, and I want you to turn X-ray joints on. X-ray joints on. Okay? You'll need to do that for the front view. X-ray joints is on, and you'll need to do that for the side view. X-ray joints is on. Okay, we're going to start on the side view, and we're going to set our preferred angle. So to do that, we're going to go hold down the space bar, and I'm going to set up my hotbox controls just to show rigging. Okay, and so I can go to skeleton and create joints and go in the option box for the first time, and then reset the settings. Close that. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start adding our joints. Now, from the front view, you notice that I've got this in basically on wireframe, which is number 4 on your keyboard. The thing is, I don't want to go too low to start the hips. The hips are usually right about here. This is the crotch area right there. This is where the legs go up. Okay, we'll need to be right about here with our leg. Okay. So, with that said, I'm going to turn that off. You can see my joint is right about there. Okay, all right. So you need to kind of understand that to get the right hip, because that's going to go up into our hip. So I'm going to turn that back on. Okay. All right, from the side view, on my model anyway, it starts right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And don't worry about how small it is. It's pretty small. And we can change that later. So I'm going to click there. I'm going to click and set a preferred angle, meaning I'm going to move this forward a little bit to the knee. We got to kind of get an idea where the knee is going to be. So I'm just going to kind of draw an imaginary line across this knee area. Okay. I can also hit the 4 key too to see where that is. Okay. So I'm going to click on that, and that will set that preferred angle up. Okay. It's moved forward a little bit. And then I'm going to move to the foot. Now what I do is I do an imaginary line across where the ankle would be. Okay, so I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to click on the toe. This is where I want the foot to bend right here for the toe. And then I'm going to hold down the shift key to go straight forward, straight across. Holding the shift key will allow you to snap along an axis. And click on for the last one and hit enter. Okay, so that's our joint system there. So I'm going to turn off the other one so that I've used that as a reference. That will help me during my videos. And you'll notice that it basically sets it up in the axes in the middle. So we'll have to go to the front view. And we'll move that over. Okay, just like that. Okay. All right. So I do want you to turn to page 86 in your book, and I want you to name these exactly how the book wants you to name them. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the other leg joints on because I already have those named, and we'll go through that to the naming convention to save time. Alright, so in perspective view, I'm going to name the top joint L underscore thigh underscore JNT. Okay, you can see that here. I've already got that named. L underscore thigh underscore JNT. We're going to move down. Now you can pause the video and rename it. I'm going to go down to the next one and L underscore knee underscore JNT. Go to the next one. L underscore ankle underscore JNT. And the next one is L underscore ball underscore JNT. And the next one is L underscore toe underscore JNT. Now you can pause these between the times that I say them. I just don't want to spend time waiting and burning up minutes. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror the joints over. So once we have them renamed, it's a good time to mirror those over. We want to do that before our IKSystem, because you don't want to mirror over IKSystems or reverse foot controls. That kind of thing is not a good idea. So we want to go ahead and mirror it over now. So let's go to, hold down your spacebar, go to skeleton, and go to mirror joints. And in here, it's probably set up like this, and you want to click on X, Y, and Z. You want to click on Y and Z, and we want to search for left and replace with right. So that's why we specifically named, put an L in front of the leg, like left thigh, right? So click on mirror, and that mirrored it over perfectly. So now we're off to adding a IKSystem for the video. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add an IKSystem to between the thigh joint, the left thigh joint, and the left ankle joint. Okay. To do that, I am going to go to the side view. Okay. I don't have to have this selected. Okay, I don't. And I just hold down the space bar and go to skeleton, and we're going to go down to create IK handle. We're going to go ahead and reset it. We need to make sure the current solver is rotate plane solver. This allows us to rotate between these 2 points, between the hip joint and the ankle joint. Alright, let's go ahead and reset, and we'll go ahead and click on the top thigh joint and the ankle joint. When we do that, hit enter. Okay. Now this is too small to see, but it drew a line between this object and between the thigh and the ankle, and it created this IK handle here. If you look at the outliner, that's what it did. It created an IK handle right here. You can't see it. Okay, we don't want to scale it, so I'm going to go ahead and pop this back in here. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, let's pull that back out again. Alright, so there's the IK handle, and I want to rename that to IK handle. And right now I'm going to go to page 89. So it says to rename the IK handle left ankle IK handle. So left ankle underscore IK handle. So I'm going to double click on that again, and just I'm going to name it exactly how they want me to name it in case I need to reference that again from the book. So left ankle IK handle. Okay. That's going to be lowercase, and that IK will be lowercase as well. Okay. Alright, so if I select the IK handle, okay, and I move it up, it moves the rest of the leg up. And you can see that looks great. Okay? Looks great. Now, the idea about this IKSystem is that we do not want any bends in here. Okay? We don't want you to move this joint over, because that will really mess things up. It's got to be perfectly straight. That's why we did it from the side view. That's essential. Okay? Your IK handle is working properly if you move it up, and it looks like this, and you Control Z, move it back down. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and go to the perspective viewport, and I open up the other leg, and we need to do the same thing with this leg. So what we want to do is we want to go hold down the spacebar, go to skeleton, go to create IK handle. It should be all set up for us. Yep, it is. Reset it, close it, and click on the right thigh joint and then the right ankle joint, and it should be completely done. We'll rename this the same thing, so this will be right, well, not the same thing, but this will be right ankle underscore IK and handle. Alright, hit enter, and that's good for that right. So the idea is that now these will work properly. We'll go ahead and test that, move that up, and Control Z back down again. Okay, everything's all set up now for the next video, for the next 3 series of videos, so please watch those, and I'll see you in a little while.